Familia, welcome to your daily dose of spice, where we inject a little bit of positivity into your day each and every day. So we are streaming onto Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube over here. And so we've got our Instagram Familia over here. So if you are stopping on in, give us a wave, give us an emoji, let us know where you're joining in from. I know it's late where I am. I'm in Ohio, so it's almost midnight here. And usually I don't do videos this late, but I wanted to make sure that I did a video trying to stay more consistent. And I was really excited to introduce this topic about anger management. And so today's video is going to kind of introduce the topic of anger and what it does to your body. And then we're going to spend the next couple days in my next live streams talking about different tips to deal with anger management. And so today we're really going to talk about just some ways to kind of recognize it, but then we're also going to move through the next couple days with tips on how to manage it. And I think this is great no matter what profession you're in or what role you hold, right? And who you are. We all experience this emotion of anger, and how to recognize it in others, how to recognize it in ourselves, right? And that's what all of April is about. It's looking within into the eye of spice. And emotions are within, right? Emotions are so deep within us, and revealing those and acknowledging those can sometimes be very difficult and be very scary for people. So we want to demystify it, not make it so scary. And we're going to talk about anger today. And I want you to start thinking about the Hulk, because that's what I was thinking about. I'm a big Marvel fan and I love the Hulk. He's one of my favorite characters. And so you know how he says, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. And he talks about anger, and his character is all about that. And there's so much that we can learn from the Hulk and from his character and his journey and what he goes through. So if you are new here and coming on in, welcome to the Familia. My name is Alex Rosa. I am a soon to be doctor. May 7th, I will be graduating, and I am all things brain body balance. And that's what I'm going to be talking about. I'm a holistic practitioner, and I welcome you. Welcome to the Familia. And so I want to say hi to our Instagram Familia over here. Usama, hey honey, how are you? Nice, Dr. Spice in the building. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm really calling that into myself and saying the doctor thing. It won't be official until May 7th, but I am calling that in, honey. Yes, I am. So, thank you for joining us today. And like I said, anger management. Think about the Hulk, the big green monster. Okay, that's what I want you to think of. Oh, here, and look, we got a great comment over here from our LinkedIn Familia. And Dwellin says, hello to you, Dr. Spice from Phoenix, Arizona. Yes, honey. Hi. Bruce Lee also says, master the art of being calm. Yes, and we are definitely going to touch on that in the next couple days about ways to combat this anger management. And anger is an emotion, right? Anger is not, you're just not going to not be angry. Things are going to happen to you in your life that are going to make you angry. And it's that degree to which you take this anger, right? And how you express it and when you express it, right? And thinking about what does it do to your body? And I'm all about holistic things. So that brain body balance, right? Like I was talking about, how is that anger impacting your physical body? But then also, how is it impacting those people around you? And so anger is just one of the first ones I'm going to touch on. I'm going to talk about several emotions kind of through the end of April and kind of going into May. But I wanted to start with this one because I was thinking about the Hulk. So, I really want you to start acknowledging that anger is something, an emotion that you're going to experience. And I get angry, and people are like, Alex, you get angry? Yes, I get angry. So think about and acknowledge, yes, you do get angry, but what are you going to do with that anger? And where does it sit within you most of the time? Is it kind of right under your surface? Is it right under? Or is it kind of more layered and more within, where it kind of takes a lot to get you angry? That's kind of a good indicator and a good area to start with, to think about, do I have an issue with anger management? Because if that anger is just kind of always simmering under the surface and kind of ready to spill over, then that's a good indicator that this anger management is not under control and needs a little bit further assistance and further interventions to get that under control. But if you have that anger a little bit deeper within, more layers, takes a bit more to get to it, then you've already got some really great coping strategies and some things in place where you have that in check, and that's a real emotion. It's a valid emotion, and you're not afraid to express it, but you know the time and the place. And just like the Hulk, you can be Banner sometimes, but then you're going to turn into the Hulk other times. So we're going to dive into that more as the days go along. But I see Usama's over here, controlling our emotions and navigate towards a better situation, aka the gym. Yes, honey, there's all different ways to cope with your emotions and with anger, and we're going to get into those. And feel free to drop in the comments, what is your way that you deal with anger? And this is really great because I want you to think about yourselves, but then I also want you to think about family members, kids, parents, coworkers. How do you see them with anger and how they deal with it? So keep that in mind as we're talking about anger and anger management, okay? And I see some other comments coming through. Miss Slow, hey love, hey Hermana, nice to see you, babe. So we're talking about anger management. I've been talking a lot about the Hulk, and you wouldn't want to see me when I'm angry. So we're talking about anger management, how to recognize it, and then we're going to be going through some different ways to manage our anger and different coping things. But actually, I'm going to list them all out right now. I feel like it's a good thing. And I see an Instagram comment over here. Miss Nikki, she says, talking to friends. Yes, talking. That's definitely going to be one of the things that we talk about. But yeah, girl, keep those comments coming for sure. These are all really great ways. We all get angry. There's nothing wrong with being angry. It's an emotion, and it's worse to bottle that emotion up, right? We have to express our emotions, look within, acknowledge it, and then how are we going to express it in a healthy way, okay? So one of the first things that we're going to talk about is recognizing the signs, and the physical inside body signs, and because you're going to feel a certain way when you are getting angry. So we're going to talk about how to recognize the signs and what some of those signs may look like. 2 is just to stop and calm down and releasing that emotion safely in a healthy way, and kind of like what people are talking about here, going to the gym, doing certain things. So we're going to talk about healthy outlets for our anger. 3 is enlist the help of loved ones. And just like Miss Nikki greatly pointed out here, talking to friends, talking to people. We're going to talk about some different ways to use that support system and talking to people. Okay. We're going to talk about taking ownership is number 4. How can we take ownership of our anger and empower ourselves? That's another one. 5, rage is not the answer. Rage, going to full-blown rage where things are out of control, that is not the answer. So we're going to explore that a little bit more. 6, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't get stressed out about every little thing that happens. And that can take a lot of practice, but we're going to talk about some ways that you can start to not sweat the small stuff. And last but not least is chill out. Chill out, be cool, relax. And so we're going to talk about some all natural holistic ways, some things that you can do to chill out so that anger is not just under the surface, not just ready to spill over. We're going to teach you some ways to be more calm, to chill out. And if it's not you, ways that you can teach somebody else to chill out, to calm down, to be cool, all of those things. Because we all have it within us to impact those around us. And if you're practicing being a certain way, that's going to definitely reflect onto somebody else and how they are acting as well, and their behaviors as well. Okay. So be on the lookout for the next couple of days. We're going to talk all about anger management and then go through each one of these. I might do a couple in a day. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to go through all of those 7 different ways to practice good, healthy, holistic, natural anger management. So we are not like the Hulk, and we are not busting out, tearing up cities and all that good stuff. Okay. All right, guys. And I see one last comment over here from Miss Slow. She says, I do shadow boxing as it helps me release negative endorphins. So she does some shadow boxing, and that's great. Yeah, there are so many healthy ways. I think actually when we went to North Carolina the past couple of days, and I just like laid in the sand, and I literally was just grabbing fistfuls of sand and just squeezing the shit out of the sand. I just grabbed it and I squeezed it and I squeezed it and I said, "Mm." And I felt so much better afterwards. And it was just something simple that you can do. And a lot of times we don't realize how much anxiety and stress we are just holding within us until you get to a place where you're shadow boxing, like she said, or you're at the gym and you're doing those weights and you're getting into it. And all of that starts to come out. So finding good, healthy ways to cope with that is so important. You need a safe space, and you also need to have the right timing of that release of those emotions. So those are some things that we're going to talk about as well as we go through with this. And I see another person joining. Hey honey, how are you? We're just finishing up. We're talking about anger management and the Hulk and how to release your anger in a healthy, safe way, and some other things, coping and relationships, and that it's okay to be angry. It is okay to be angry. Um, and for many people, that anger is just part of who they are, and it's always going to be there. But like we said before, there are healthy ways, there are safe ways to release that anger, to deal with those emotions. Because I think what is more harmful, and anybody can feel free to disagree with me on this, but what can be more harmful is holding all of that anger in and not getting angry or upset about anything can be way more detrimental than being somebody who's more prone to being angry. So feel free to disagree if you like, but that's my take on it. So all right, guys, I would love to see you as we kind of continue on talking about anger management and then some other emotions that can come up because, like I said, we are talking about the eye of spice and looking within into the eye of spice. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. So thank you, everybody who joined us. And if you're watching this on the replay, definitely hit a hashtag replay. And if you'd like to talk more about managing your emotions or recognizing your emotions, tuning into them, I'm your gal. So reach out to me, send me a message, or schedule an appointment with me. You can just head over to my website and jump on my calendar. It is that easy. All right, guys, like I always say, for a balanced life, just add spice, and I'm going to hit that outro. Take care.